Good afternoon, everyone. First off, we're going to start the bull show of the Supreme Row. The exhibitors from the Angus breed was Lot 50 with Schroeder Milestone. He was born October 12 of 20. The consigner was Boyd Schroeder with Schroeder Angus out of Clarence, Iowa. The buyer was the Kinraid family out of Maquoketa, Iowa. Next, out of the AOB sale, we have the Shorthorn, was Lot 19. Final destination, his birth date was October 24 of 2020. He was consigned by Vaughn Farms. The buyer was Double M Stock Farms of Dexter McDermott. Next, we have the Gelby representative of Lot 25, TBKN Jackson, with a birth date of 2/26/21. He was exhibited by Beankin Farms, and he was bought by Sean Smith of Termins, Iowa. Next, we have the Red Angus Bull. He was Lot 44, Wangan trademark 106J. He was a January 24 son, consigned by Wangan Cattle of Ellendale, Minnesota. The buyer was Truman Zepp of Westminster, Maryland. Simmental, Lot 18, LTS Hots, exclusive, born 2/20 of 21. He was consigned by Hots Farms, Lone Tree Simmentals of Lone Tree, Iowa. He was purchased by Heartland Simmentals, Klein Simmentals, and Whitaker Simmentals. If you would please give them a round of applause for making it to this event. While our judges, Tim Loudon from Creston and Craig Moffett from Colfax, are looking over these individuals, we have a very special announcement. We would like to present to you the Friend of the Iowa Beef Expo. This family has been in the embroidery business for 40 plus years and always is willing to help anybody, no matter where they're at. So without further ado, Todd and Roxanne Muir and the Muir family, congratulations for being this honor. Give them a round of applause if you would. While our judges are looking at the cattle, we would also like to introduce our Supreme Row sponsors of Campbell's Concession Stand, Transova, and Western Illinois University. Give them a round of applause if you would too, please. Thank you. A little bit about our judges today. Mr. Tim Loudon from Creston, Iowa. They have been in the cattle business for over 45 years. They mainly consist of Angus, Maine and Jew, and Simmental cattle. Mr. Craig Moffett from Colfax, Iowa. Their family has been a family-owned Angus business for 71 years. We would like to thank them for their generous time in sorting these animals out for us this evening. Also, if you're in the stands today and wondering what we're doing here with the Supreme Row, this is something the Iowa Beef Expo Council, the Beef Breeds Council, came up with last year. Was the first year. This will be our second year. So any sale that was done previously last week in the breed sales, every breed sent a representative from each of those sales to come to the Supreme Row. And once again, the sponsors are Campbell's Concession, Transova, and Western Illinois University. The conclusion of this, the champion bull that wins the Supreme Row Drive, there will be a $2,500 that goes back to the consignor, and also $2,500 that goes to the buyer. So we would really appreciate all the support for this event, and thank you very much to our Supreme Row sponsors for making this happen today. I would also like to introduce and thank you to our Beef Expo manager, Miss Mallory Robinson, her and her family, and also all the people that are with her today to make this show be the greatest one in the Midwest. I think Mallory's done an outstanding job. This is her second year on the job. If you would, please give your round of applause to Mallory and her team for a great week last week and a great week this week.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure for me to be here today to evaluate the Supreme Row with Craig. I think tremendous cattleman in his own right. He's done an awesome job with his operation. It's just a pleasure and an honor to be here. Thank you to the Expo for the invite. This is really a cool process, really a cool gathering of cattle. You breeders are to be commended for breeding an outstanding lineup of bulls, and I'm sure equally as good on the heifer side. I'm talking the bulls on our drive here. Moffat's going to talk the heifers. We get them out here, a tremendous set of 5 bulls. I think for the cattle industry, for the particular breeders, you all to be congratulated for making an outstanding set of animals. I think there's a lot of really, really good quality things in here. From bone and muscle and power in the semi to a good, nice look in the red, a long-bodied, big outlined in the shorthorn, a Gelbvieh that is super complete, super balanced. The Angus really balanced, got a nice look to him. I think there's something for everybody in here. To the buyers that are ringside or watching online, congratulations. You buyers of these 4 bulls should be, or I'm sorry, these 5 bulls should be very, very proud. I think you'll be excited when you get them home and get them turned out. I think you have a bright future a year from now as you start getting babies out of all these in your particular herds. So I'm going to keep our comments pretty short. We've been commissioned to pick one bull and 1 heifer in this Supreme deal, and then later on we do a couple in that heifer deal. But with that, 5,000, I think they said, 2,500 to you breeders and 2,500 to the buyers. So let's give the breeders of these bulls and the buyers of the bulls a nice round of applause. I'll pick your champion.
Your 2022 Supreme Row Bull Champion comes out of the Red Angus Division, consigned by Wangan Cattle out of Ellendale, Minnesota, with buyer Truman Zepp. Congratulations, guys. Also, thank you very much to our sponsors, Campbell's Concessions, Transova, and Western Illinois University. Next, we have our female Supreme Row with the exhibitors from the Angus Division. It was Lot 9, Corey Lucy, 805, a March 17th daughter. The consigner was Colin Corey of Altoona, Iowa. The buyer was MTA Angus of Oskaloosa, Iowa. Out of the AOB sale, the champion was Black Hereford Division. It was Lot 1, ABF Chiefs Lucy, a March 6th daughter, consigned by Arrow B Farms with a buyer of Jenna Smith out of Newton, Iowa. Next out of the Charlet Division was Lot 35, DF Miss Airborne, 905H. She was a February 5 daughter, consigned by Dairy Farms of Milan, Illinois, with buyer Scott Mint of Wheatland, Iowa. Out of our Gelby sale was Lot 8, ABC's Rosie 055J. January 25 daughter of ABS Gelby from Winthrop, Iowa. Buyer Coles Bend Cattle Company from Smith Grove, Kentucky. Out of our Hereford sale was Lot 68, MIE Pepper 152J. She was a May 3 born, consigned by Espenshide Cattle from Traer, Iowa, and bought and purchased by Kentley Weirson from Ames, Iowa. Out of our limousine division was Lot 23, VL Juliet 138J. She was a March 11 daughter from Forthman Limousine out of Trainer, Iowa. Purchased by Brant Cobb of Sheraton, Iowa. Out of our main Anjou sale was Lot 12, ADD Jasmine 01J, February 16th daughter, consigned by Doug and Diane Sampson, with a buyer of Ryan Dowd. Out of our Red Angus sale, Lot 46, Wangan Lee May 112J, February 11 daughter, consigned by Wangan Cattle of Ellendale, Minnesota, with a buyer of Emily Collison of Rockwell City, Iowa. Out of our Simmental sale was Lot 56, HRM Miss Style, H02. She was a May 3rd daughter of 2020. She was consigned by Henderson, Finesse, and Grandview Cattle. And she was purchased by Derek Hans of Muscatine, Iowa. Again, our judges for this are Mr. Tim Loudon from Creston, Iowa, and they've been raising Angus, Maine and Jew, and Simmental cattle for over 45 years, and also Mr. Craig Moffett from Colfax, Iowa, and they've been in the Angus breed for over 71 years as a family generational farm. We want to thank you them very much for helping us out here. Again, our Supreme Row sponsors are Campbell's Concession, Transova, and Western Illinois University. Please give these exhibitors and consigners all a round of applause if you would. Also, we would like to introduce our seed stock producer of the year was Junk Simmental's. Thank you very much and congratulations. Again, this is our female Supreme Row. So each one of these individuals would have been coming from a breed sale that happened earlier in the week from Sunday to Wednesday. Every representative here come from their breed sale was either picked as a people's choice, a high seller, or also if they had a show, every breed was responsible for sending one participant for here. Again, these individuals will also be awarded, the winner will be awarded $2,500 to the buyer and $2,500 to the seller. And those Supreme Row sponsors are Campbell's Concessions, Transova, and Western Illinois University. So if you see any of those guys, thank them very, very much for making this happen. Also, we would like to give a huge special thanks to our president, Dr. Michael Darrenfield. He is the president of the Beef Breeds Council. For the last 2 years, we want to thank Mike very much for his precious time being our leader and making this all happen for the Beef Expo. If you would, give a special round of applause for Dr. Mike Darrenfield. Once again, we would like to thank our judges for this evening, Mr. Tim Loudon from Creston, Iowa, and Mr. Craig Moffitt from Colfax, Iowa.
Welcome to our Supreme Drive of our sale cattle here in the female show. I think it's really an outstanding group that the consigners have brought forth for us to evaluate today. And the buyers, we thank you very much for this opportunity. I think the cattle are just tremendous. With that, I think the congratulations goes to the buyers, to the people that have raised these cattle, the consigners. It's a ton of work to get these cattle here through adverse conditions and growing these cattle through the spring, summer, and fall, and the Iowa winters to get to this point. I think I commend you for the job you've done. Your cattle as a whole look awesome out here. And I'd like to congratulate the buyers of these cattle out here. I think that you've chosen very well. I think the cattle from end to end are going to have a great future with them. They're cattle that are good at their feet. They're good in their look, their balance, and the symmetry. They're also a really, really good group of cattle that have enough rib and look in their body shape, and their conditions are good to them as well. Really a lot of future to this group. I congratulate you all on your purchases. I think you're going to be really set for the years to come. When we get down to the nitty-gritty stuff of picking your Supreme Champion, it's a really, really tough decision. I think there's definitely 4 or 5 of these that we've really looked at hard. I think there's just one that kind of came to the top and at the very end here when we were discussing them that she does a lot of good. Her look's awesome, her foot's great. When she gets out and goes, she's good and level. I like her udder development as well. And her front third, her bone, just really does it all. And her age and her power, just really, really high quality individual. With all that said, I guess I'll walk through here and give them one big slap. If you could give a nice round of applause for these cattle, I sure think they deserve it.
Congratulations to the female Supreme Row winner. It was from the Charolais division, was lot 35. DF Miss Arbonne, 905H. She was a February 5 daughter, consigned by Deary Farms of Milan, Illinois, purchased by Scott Mint of Wheatland, Iowa. Congratulations to those 2 individuals. Next in the ring is our heifer futurity individuals. From the Angus, we have lot 13, Hots Forever Lady, 101-501. A February 26 born heifer, consigned by Hannah Rogers and Hartzell Angus of Moscow, Iowa, with buyer of Riley Tim of Guernsey, Iowa. Next in the Black Hereford division was lot 1, ABF Chiefs Lucy of March 6 of 21, consigned by Arrowbee Farms of Adel, Iowa, buyer of Jenna Smith of Newton, Iowa. From our Hereford sale, we have lot 68, MIE Pepper 152J, a May 3 of 21 born, consigned by Thad Espenscheid from Traer, Iowa, bought by Kentley Weirson of Ames, Iowa. Also in the Hereford sale was lot 71, TK Justina 12J, a June 10th female, consigned by TS Cattle Company of Centerville, Iowa, bought by Tate Reagan of Tiffin, Iowa. And our limousine sale, lot 22, DEBV Jalen 135, a March 1 of 21, consigned by Deb Miller of Trainer, Iowa, of buyer of Chase Cobb of Sheraton, Iowa. Also in our limousine sale, we have lot 23, VL Juliet 138J, a March 11 daughter from Vorthman Limousine of Trainer, Iowa, bought by Brant Cobb of Sheraton, Iowa. Out of our main and Jew sale, we have lot 12, SDD Jasmine 01J, a February 16th born, consigned by Doug and Diana Sampson of Nevada, Iowa, bought by Ryan Dowd of Batavia, Iowa. In our Red Angus division was lot 20, JTVM Justice 136J. She was an April 22nd daughter, consigned by JVM Cattle Company of Pella, Iowa, purchased by Tatum Tucker of Jefferson, Iowa. Also on our Red Angus sale, we had lot 46, Wangan Lime 112J, a February 11th daughter, consigned by Wangan Cattle of Allendale, Minnesota, purchased by Emily Collison of Rockwell City, Iowa. Out of our Simmental sale, lot 72, MRB Quantum Leap 487. She was a February 18th daughter, consigned by Brennan Farms Incorporated of Mapleton, Iowa, purchased by Savannah of Oskaloosa, Iowa. Out of our Simmental division was also lot 61, FLE Miss Hillary, born March 16 of 21, consigned by Finesse Livestock Enterprises. Buyer was Lydia Judy of Ottumwa, Iowa. Also out of our Simmental division was lot 71, MRB Relentless 050, a February 16th born, consigned by Brenner Farms of Mapleton, Iowa, purchased by Michael Ford of Mile, Iowa. Of this heifer futurity side of things, to follow along. So these females will all purchased by the junior exhibitors out of our sales earlier in the week. So if you bought anything in the sale, you're more than welcome to bring it back this weekend and show it. And in this deal, we're going to pick a champion in reserve, with the champion getting $500 and reserve getting $250. Again, we would like to very thankfully announce our Supreme Row and heifer futurity sponsors of Campbell's Concessions, Transova, and Western Illinois University. If you would, give these exhibitors a round of applause if you would. Also, again, at this time, we would like to thank our judges for this evening, Mr. Tim Loudon from Crescent, Iowa. Him and his family have been involved in the cattle industry for 45 years, primarily in the Angus, Maine, and Jew, and the Scimitar breeds. Also, Mr. Craig Moffett from Colfax, Iowa. They have been in the Angus breed and their family for over 71 years. So thank you guys very much for your time in sorting up our Supreme Row and Heifer for Charity.
Again, we'll keep things moving. We know we've got a tight schedule, a lot of stuff going on. Again, congratulations to the Expo, their staff, the beef breeds representatives, Miss Mallory that's running her volunteers and her staff that she's put together. Let's give the staff at the Expo a nice round of applause. It looks like it's running really well to me. It's good for Craig and I to get out here. It's been awesome. We come from a little different backgrounds as far as cattle type, but when you get out here, good cattle still sort, whether they're big and long and good, or short and thick and steery and good, or medium in the way. And Craig and I, the two bulls we agreed on, the two heifers we agreed on, these two out here we've agreed on. If we haven't been flipped around a little bit, we've talked about it, got along through it marvelously. There's been no shake-ups one way or another. It's good, but good cattle breed on, and good cattle are easy to pick out. Again, we won't talk about all these, but congratulations to you juniors out here. Hope you bring them back tomorrow and Sunday. Hope you're back out here. Get another chance, get another pair of eyes. Dr. Shockey and his son will do an outstanding job evaluating cattle. Make sure you listen to him. Dr. Shockey's a tremendous individual, shown and judged cattle all over the world, and just listen to what he says about your cattle, and listen and be open to take that and go home and work on it, because I'll guarantee you he'll probably be right. I've known Dr. Shockey for a while. Again, with that, congratulations to the consigners of these cattle, to you young people for buying them. I'm going to go pick you want to pick the champion? Go, you go. Craig's going to go pick our champion, and then I'll let him say a few words, and we'll pick our reserve. Again, congratulations. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Our champion heifer for charity winner comes out of the Red Angus Division, Lot 46, Wangan LeMay, 112J, consigned by Wangan Cattle, purchased by Emily Collison. Congratulations.
As to echo what Tim said, I think it's really, really good that the Expos come up with this fraternity show just to give these kids one more chance, and as a consigner in the past, just to thank you for your purchases out here and putting the effort in and being here a few days after you got the cattle. And it's not easy to just grab your calf right away after somebody's had it and go out here and show it as good as you guys are doing. I think you guys are all doing an excellent job with your future projects. Just keep working with them. Even what we've done today, it doesn't pay all that much to it. These cattle are going to change when they're in your hands. You and your own family haven't done all the homework to them to feed them and get them filled. And there's things that you can do with your calves when you take them home. Give them a little more feed or less, or different ways to get some maintenance on them, and to get your own personal touch within your own projects. So I do commend you all for coming. And I thank you all as a consigner and as an Iowan and as somebody in the industry for your purchases of these livestock. Very, very gracious for that. With that being said, Tim's going to go select your reserve grand champion. Congratulations to you all.
Our reserve heifer for charity winner comes out of Limousine breed Lot 22, DEBV, Jalen, 130-5, consigned by Deb Miller of Trainer, Iowa, buyer of Chase Cobb from Sheraton, Iowa. These exhibitors, first place was awarded $500, with reserve awarded $250 for our generous sponsors from Campbell's Concessions, Transova, and Western Illinois University. Thank you guys so much for coming up tonight. Give exhibitors and all these supporters a round of applause if you would.
Hello, junior exhibitors. I'm Mallory Robinson. I'm your director here for the Iowa Beef Expo, and I just want to say thank you for everybody coming out to our awards ceremony tonight. I also want to give a big thank you to everybody that has helped me this week and that has made stuff run so smoothly. I thought that check-in this morning went great and move-in yesterday went wonderful. So if you guys see any of my helpers, any of the board members, just give them a big thank you because it can't be done without them. So like I said, welcome to our award ceremony today, and I'm going to hand it over to Avery, our president.
Is it on? Oh, there we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Avery Mather, and I'm your current Iowa Junior Beef Breeds president. On behalf of the Iowa Junior Beef Breeds Association, I would like to welcome you all to the 2022 Iowa Beef Expo Year-End Awards Program. At this time, I'd like to thank Sullivan Supply and Stock Show University for again graciously donating our custom jackets for the IJBBA board members. They're these white ones, and they're pretty sweet in my opinion. Let's give them a round of applause and to show our appreciation.
So unfortunately, Brad Hook is running late today. He never does that, and so you guys are stuck with me as your MC for our awards program today. So first off, we'd like to thank all who participated in this event to help make it successful. I would now like to take time to thank all of the Iowa Junior Beef Breeds members and their families for their work and efforts they have contributed in the past year. I would also like to recognize all of our advisors and generous sponsors who have donated endless time and funding to ensure the continued success of the Iowa Junior Beef Breeds Association. At this time, would you all please give these people a round of applause? The Iowa Beef Breeds Council would like to wish all the exhibitors who purchased a heifer in the 2021 sales the best of luck and thank you for your support of the Iowa Beef Expo. At this time, the Iowa Beef Breeds Council awards the Iowa Beef Expo Awards and would like to congratulate those recipients. The Angus Cameron Pajal, and if you're here, please come forward. Gelvy Brayton Sabula, Hereford Joey Novak, Maine Caden Olson, Limousine Morgan Will, Red Angus Julie Dahman, and Shorthorn Emily Vogel and Tanya Damwood. Mike Derenfield will now talk about the Iowa Beef Council scholarships and present those to the winners today.
Okay, so every year we have a scholarship program, and we're now going to present 3 scholarships this year. Normally it's 4 scholarships, but we didn't have enough applicants. So people, this is not a hard process. We're going to give 2 out for high school seniors that are graduating this spring and going to college, and then there will be 1 given out to a current college person. That one you can be either in your first or second year at a 4-year college or university, a vocational school, trade school, or community college. The first place scholarships, you get $750 for 2 years. Second place, you get $500 for 2 years, assuming that you stay in school. So they're $1,500 or $1,000. We evaluate these on past accomplishments in the cattle industry, leadership qualities, a written essay, and a personal interview. These scholarships are made possible through the generous financial support of these companies: Hawkeye Breeders Service, Iowa Bankers Association, and Transova Genetics. Now, for the high school people who did not receive a scholarship this year, I strongly encourage you to reapply next year. Like I say, this year there was 1 applicant for 2 scholarships. Do the math. It's pretty easy to win. Okay, so our scholarship, our 2022 scholarships in second place for the high school division, receiving $500 for 2 years, is Tyler Loudon of Creston. And we aren't going to give you anything right now, but congratulations anyway. And in the high school division, first place winner, receiving $750 for 2 years, is Hallie Evans. Congratulations. Okay, in college division, we have one scholarship for $752 for 2 years, and it's to Addison Randall. Congratulations. You would have gotten one anyway. Okay, now I'm going to turn it back over to Jenny.
So this is the 17th year for the Iowa Junior Beef Breed Sportsmanship Award. This is one of the greatest honors you can receive on our board, as it's voted on by their peers. They must be a current or past IJBBA member. They show leadership skills and growth throughout the year, and they exhibit willingness to help other IJBBA members and advisors when called upon. At this time, a mentor of this individual is going to tell us her story, but I'm truly excited and honored for the sportsmanship winner this year.
For many of us in the arena, we understand the value of allowing our kids the opportunity to grow up and participate in the cattle industry and stock show world. For many, this is their sport. Just like sports, the opportunities to grow in so many other ways in this industry, if only you are willing to seek them and take advantage of them when they are presented to you. You don't always have to win in the center of the ring. It is the skills you learn and take with you from this experience that will help you find success in the game of life. This year's IJBBA Sportsmanship Award winner has done just that over their career, being involved in the stock show arena. From the first time showing in 4-H at the county fair, she was hooked. The leadership skills she developed through a strong career in 4-H and FFA have allowed her to take advantage of advanced leadership through the IJBBA and 2 breed associations, including serving as the current member of the National Junior Key Association Board. For the past 5 years, this individual has been involved in many aspects of the IJBBA board. For the past 2 years, she has served as the social media director for the junior board and worked to incorporate a variety of ways to engage all members, parents, and friends of the IJBBA. She graduated from Eagle Grove High School and served as FFA president for 3 years and is now attending Iowa State University. She has served as a role model and mentor to other members by demonstrating a commitment to the organization and providing the leadership needed to create a team of youth to help lead this organization forward. Please help us in congratulating Shay Whaley, daughter of Brian and Allison Whaley, as our 2022 Sportsmanship Award winner.
So now I will introduce our top individuals from each breed in the breeding heifer division. As your name is called, please come forward to accept your award. All the champions will be receiving a custom belt buckle by Sheridan Buckles. The reserve champions will receive a cowhide picture frame. We also want you to go down here to the end and stand for pictures as well. So Aberdeen heifers, champion Lydia Stuber. Angus heifers, Jillian Moffett, champion. Reserve, Aubrey Belcher. Charlet heifers, champion Logan Tipkin. Reserve, Cal Pryor. Charlet composite heifers, champion Belle Natalki. Reserve champion Gentry Johnson. Kianina heifers, champion Riley Short. Reserve champion Haley Dodge. Gelvy balancer heifers, Gentry Johnson. Reserve champion Andrew Beacon. Gelvy heifers, champion Chloe Sprague. Horned Hereford heifers, Kaiser Will. Reserve champion Jordan Johnson. Polled Hereford heifers, champion Kendall Knoll. Reserve champion Kennedy Rife. Limflex heifers, champion Keaton Dodge. Limousine heifers, champion Paige Bauer. Maine Angus heifers, champion Addison Lehman. Reserve champion Quinn Whaley. High percentage Maine Anjou heifers, champion Kaden Olson. Reserve champion Kayla Muir. Maintainer heifers, champion Landon Tipkin. Reserve champion Olivia Noonan. Miniature Hereford heifers, champion Landon Tipkin. Reserve champion Mackenzie Winrich. Red Angus Foundation heifers, Grace Aronson. Red Angus heifers, champion Cade Dodge. Reserve Riley Smith. Solaire heifers, champion Wyatt Pasteur. Shorthorn Plus heifers, champion Alyssa Obrecht. Reserve champion J. Lee Happy. Shorthorn heifers, champion Brock Studer. Reserve champion Colton Becker. Foundation Simmental heifers, champion Carly Spear. Reserve champion Riley Tim. High percentage Simmental heifers, champion Carly Axmere. Reserve champion Katie Flish. And commercial heifers, champion Hallie Recker. Reserve champion Kaden Olson. I will now introduce the top 2 individuals from each breed for the market animal division. Please come forward to accept your award. All of the champions are receiving a custom belt buckle again by Sheridan Buckles, and the reserve champions will receive a cowhide picture frame. Angus Steers, champion Carson Shushan. Reserve champion Clayton Bremer. Charlet Steers, champion Marcy Bailey. Reserve champion Drew Jacobson. Kianina Steers, champion Ellie Neal. Reserve champion Morgan Will. Hereford Steers, champion Liberty Shushan. Limousine Steers, champion Breck Coughlin. Reserve Garrett Cash. Maine Anjou Steers, champion Avery Shala. Reserve champion Maddie Cohen. Miniature Hereford Steers, champion Bryn Kensel. Reserve champion Marissa Muff. Solaire Steers, champion Wyatt Pasteur. Shorthorn Plus, champion Haley Ferris. Reserve champion Cody Van Glan. Shorthorn Steers, Kelly Marshick. Simmental Steers, champion Chloe Rogers. Reserve champion Chloe Sprague. Crossbred Steers, Avery Shala. Reserve champion Bryn Young. Market Heifers, champion Ellie Neal. And reserve champion Mallory Cohen. Let's give all these exhibitors a round of applause for their hard work and dedication throughout this year, as well as their parents. I will now introduce the 2 high point individuals from the junior and senior showmanship this year. Please come forward to accept your award. The top two from both divisions will be receiving a belt buckle from Sheridan Buckles. Junior Showmanship. Reserve Junior Showman is Drew Todemeyer. Champion Junior Showman is Carly Axmeyer. Senior Showmanship, Reserve Senior Showman is Haley Dodge. And Champion Senior Showman is McKenna Sontag. Today we had over 30 juniors participate in the Skillathon. Congratulations to our senior champion, who is also our board president, Avery Mather, and reserve to Wyatt Pasteur. Our junior champion is tied with the same score. Preston Martin is one champion, and Brock Studer is your second. And then reserve goes to Callie Nickel. If those individuals are here, you can also come up here for your awards for that. At this time, we would now like to recognize the showmanship winners from the 2021 Iowa Beef Expo. Reserve champion, Emily Collison. Champion junior showman, Sloan Curtin. In senior showmanship, our reserve last year was Riley Tim, and champion was Ava Bohr. IJBBA is now proud to announce the top 10 overall market animal and breeding heifer exhibitors that started in the 2011 season. Each exhibitor will be eligible to receive an educational scholarship annually, and these scholarships can accumulate on an annual basis while the exhibitor is a member of the IJBBA. Scholarships will be available for the following institutions: universities, community colleges, vocational schools, trade schools. These recipients of the scholarships will have the opportunity to receive their scholarships proceeds over a maximum 2-year period, with funds distributed directly to the named institution. It is now time to introduce the top 10 overall heifer exhibitors for the year 2021. The top heifer exhibitor will be receiving a new jacket along with a $1,000 scholarship. Along with the jackets, the IJBB has added scholarship money for the 2nd through the 10th place exhibitors for both the steer and the heifer divisions. We feel that their hard work needs to be acknowledged. We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting the Exhibitors for Education program: Sullivan Supply, Cargill, Sunglow, and the Iowa Beef Breeds Council for making this possible. Please come forward and accept your award as your name is called. In 10th place, Cal Pryor with a $100 scholarship. 9th place, Logan Tipkin with a $150 scholarship. 8th place, Haley Dodge, $250 scholarship. 7th place, Brock Studer, $250 scholarship. 6th place, Riley Tim, $300 scholarship. 5th place, Holly Recker, $350 scholarship. 4th place, Caden Olson, $400 scholarship. 3rd place, Jillian Moffitt, $600 scholarship. 2nd place, Carly Spear, $750 scholarship. And this year's winner on the heifer side is Landon Tipkin with a $1,000 scholarship. Please give these heifers exhibitors a round of applause. I would now like to introduce the top 10 overall market animal exhibitors for the year 2021. The top market animal winner will also be receiving a new jacket along with a $1,000 scholarship. Please come forward to accept your awards as your name is called. 10th place, Tyson Von Glahn, $100 scholarship. 9th place, Riley Rogers, $150 scholarship. 8th place, Ava Noonan, $200 scholarship. 7th place, Maddie Cohen, $250 scholarship. 6th place, Drew Jacobson, $300 scholarship. 5th place, Marcy Bailey, $350 scholarship. 4th place, Bryn Young, $400 scholarship. 3rd place, Chloe Rogers, $600 scholarship. Second place, Ellie Neal, $750 scholarship. And this year's winner is Avery Shawa with a $1,000 scholarship. Please give these market animal exhibitors a round of applause for an outstanding year. The IJBBA will once again be giving an award to the Supreme Breeding Heifer and Supreme Market Animal Exhibitor for the year 2021. This award is based on the number of Supreme titles an exhibitor accumulated throughout the show season. Our Supreme Breeding Heifer exhibitor this year is Riley Tim. And our Supreme Market Animal exhibitor is Bryn Young. At this time, the IJBA would like to welcome a representative from Wilson Trailers. Wilson Trailers has graciously agreed to sponsor 2 trailers to honor the Market Animal High Point individual and the Breeding Heifer High Point individual. Wilson Trailers will donate 2 trailers for a 1-year use with the option to purchase the trailer after the 1 year. The trailers will be presented to our IJBBA High Point individuals, Market Animal Division, and Breeding Heifer Division. We are excited to work with Wilson Trailers and look forward to our continued partnership in the future. Let's give Wilson Trailers a round of applause and a moment to talk.
I don't know what to say. I didn't know I was supposed to do this. Just want to thank everybody for showing up, thank all the kids for their hard work, and hope they enjoy the trailers over the next year.
So our High Point Breeding Heifer exhibitor is Landon Tipkin. And our High Point Market Animal exhibitor is Avery Shala. We want to take some pictures of these award winners, so will the top 10 individuals for both the heifer and market animal divisions go down to the backdrop as you guys have been to take a picture. Also, all junior board members, before you escape quickly, please head that way because the social media director in Shea says she doesn't have a picture of any of you. So please go to the backdrop so you guys can get a picture. This concludes our year-end presentation, and we'd like to thank everyone for coming and supporting these exhibitors for another successful year.